Hey folks, this is a 1.0 release video of Anifetch. I've added a couple of features and optimized certain parts of the tools, so I'm excited to share with you all of the release notes. If you just want to update to the newest version or want to install this, you can skip to this section in the video. First of all, Anifetch is now truly cross-platform. It runs across Linux, Windows, and macOS. This took a lot of effort to port this, and required me to essentially rewrite the rendering bash script from bash to Python. While porting the code to Python, I also was able to use the Python ecosystem to change some functionality and add some features that were not previously available. I've added a refresh interval, which essentially allows you to update the fetch info that Anifetch uses when rendering. This way you can have Anifetch stay open and the system information will not stay static, it will update over time. The interval is by default -1, so it never updates, but you can set it to say, for example, 1 to make it update every second. I've also changed the processing of frames that was happening with chafa and Ffmpeg. Ffmpeg now uses JPEG when extracting images, which is a lot faster. I've also changed the processing of image files with chafa to be multithreaded as well. All in all, these changes netted about a 2.5x speed up compared to previous versions when caching stuff, which is pretty great. I've also added automatic key exit to Anifetch. Previously, you had to do Ctrl+C to stop the program, but now pressing any key will work. If you wish to disable this and only use Ctrl+C to stop it, you can add the -- no key exit argument to the command. And I also made it so that if automatic key exit is enabled, when you press a key, it records which key you pressed and then it inputs that to the terminal when the program exits. I've also added an argument called -- that automatically quits Anifetch after the number of loops that you specify. Its default is -1, so it will never automatically quit on its own. The rendering is now done with Rich. Rich exposes this class called Live for live displays to animate stuff, which is pretty handy. I also use several layout and text classes to properly position things with Rich. And before you ask, yes, it would be more efficient to do all of these without Rich. However, I was not able to build something that I was pleased with, so I decided to use Rich. And lastly, now Fastfetch is the default option to use when getting fetch info. In all honesty, I should have done this sooner, considering that Neofetch is unmaintained, but I suppose late is never better than never. If you still want to use Neofetch, you can do this by adding --neofetch or -nf to the command. And yeah, that's about it for the new features. Now I will show you how to install or update your Anifetch installation on Linux Mint. If you're on a different OS, you don't need to worry about it because the commands are already written in the README. For example, here's the installation for Windows and here's the installation for macOS with Homebrew. So for Linux, whether you want to update or install it, all you need to do is just run this command. So I have a Linux virtual machine running here. It's running Linux Mint, so I'm just going to run this command and it should automatically install it for me. This is going to take a while. And yeah, it's now installed Anifetch. And as we can see, the program now responds. So let's just clear this and say Anifetch --help. Giving us a bunch of commands. So that it's really easy to install it. The install script should work for most of the popular Linux distros. If you're on NixOS, there's a dedicated section for it. Make sure to check that out because the installation script doesn't work with NixOS. After installation, all you need to do to test whether it works is to just say Anifetch example.mp4, and yeah, it works. As you can see, even though I'm running this on a virtual machine. Hold on. No, I didn't need to say that. Yeah. Even though it's running on a virtual machine, it's working pretty well. And also I want to say a few things as well. There are a couple of people wondering how I achieved the ASCII arts with Japanese characters effect. It's done by essentially providing these arguments, symbols wide and then FG only. This makes it use a special set of characters. This makes chafa use a special set of characters, and then this makes it use only foreground colors, not background colors. It makes the background transparent. So yeah, I also need to give it the file name as well. So now it's going to cache it. This is going to take a while because I'm running this on, like, I think a 2-core virtual machine, and yeah, as you can see, it uses Japanese characters, which I think personally looks cool. And also, if you're seeing weird characters in your Fastfetch, it might be because the font that you have installed is doesn't properly render some characters. To fix it, you need to go to nerdfonts and install a different font and then configure your terminal to use that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It works on Linux, macOS, Windows. I hope you like it. So yeah, folks, that's about it. Thank you all for the support you have shown in the previous 2 videos. The source code is in the description, and let me know of any issues by reporting them on GitHub. I hope you like it. Bye. I forgot to say this, but big thanks to Gallophostrix and Immelancholy as well. They contributed PRs to the project. So yeah, subscribe and like if you want, or maybe give a star on GitHub. Bye.